So I've been noticing something lately, and there are these things in life, they're not even big, but they feel so heavy, like cleaning out a closet or getting an oil change, taking your dog to the vet, maybe cleaning out your pantry, whatever. And it's not that they're hard, it's just that they feel so overwhelming. And for a long time I thought, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just do the thing? Why does it feel like so much? But over the past couple of years, something has shifted on the inside of me. And it started really simple. I started waking up early, making up my bed, and spending time with God every single day. I haven't skipped a day. And that was the beginning. And during those times with God, I would start my time by asking, Lord, why do I feel this right now? It could be something from 5 years ago or last week. But I would sit in that pain for a second and I would say, God, why do I feel burdened about this? Where is this coming from? And, I had this picture come in my mind, and it was a picture of this rope that was sticking out of the ground, just the tip end of it. And it was buried deep in the ground underneath. And that little piece that was sticking up represented my reaction, my emotions, those things that I was feeling in the moment. But as I pulled it and brought it to God and asked God, why am I feeling like this? More from the surface came up. So it wasn't just this one little piece of rope. It was this long rope of all of these things that had been buried for years and years that were trauma and just old memories and fear and shame. And I realized you cannot heal what you keep covered. And what's buried is keeping you stuck. And as I kept bringing things to God, something started changing on the inside of me. And I started doing things easily that I used to would avoid. And I didn't feel like I was pushing through or striving anymore. Like I was running across a bridge that was falling behind me and on fire. That's how I used to feel. Instead, I felt like I was just walking through it with peace. And it's because there was less inside of me that was resisting. We stay in things that hurt us because they're familiar. That's why we don't like to change. It's hard to change because even though it's hurting us, we're used to it and we're comfortable. But because it's familiar, it does not mean that it's not hurting you. And sometimes we stay in what's familiar, even if it's hurting us, because we're afraid the unknown might hurt us even more, even if it's something good. So we settle into survival mode, protecting our hearts with dysfunction because at least we know it's predictable. But you don't have to keep managing what's weighing you down. You can give it to God. And when you do, everything gets lighter. So that when you go do the thing, peace comes, clarity, you can do it with confidence. And freedom is often on the other side of obedience. Not perfection, just walking with God. And I'll be honest, even as I'm sharing this, I'm still walking through it. There are moments where I feel so vulnerable. I feel almost scared to be fully seen. And instead of pushing that down, I have to go back to the same place, the same rope, and ask God, why do I feel like this? What's underneath all of this? Because this isn't something I've mastered, it's something that I'm walking through with Him, and I will continue to walk through it with Him. So if you feel overwhelmed, just know there's nothing wrong with you. There may just be something buried that God wants to bring to the surface so He can fully free you. So you don't have to force your way through life. You can walk through it with Him, and it starts by pulling up that rope.